tonight. These are the things that I want to remember.
Bye, pretty Seaward.
In last week's episode of the Epic Family Road Trip, we made the long journey nearly 3,000 miles north from Oregon to Alaska.
That's beautiful.
After exploring the wild beauty of the great state of Alaska, we had one more stop we needed to make before heading back south towards Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada.
Today's Caroline's 16th birthday, and she's really into hiking and mountaineering and climbing, so we got her some really neat mountaineering equipment. And then we're going as a family to the Matanuska Glacier to do some ice climbing. I think she's gonna love it.
On the way into Matanuska Glacier, we saw a mother moose and her two calves walking on a dirt side road.
Wow.
This was a thrilling and beautiful sight to see. It was going to be an exciting day celebrating my 16th birthday, which is in the middle of July on a glacier. At 27 miles long and 4 miles wide, Matanuska Glacier is the largest glacier accessible by vehicle in the United States. We had a lot of fun trekking on the glacier and seeing the breathtakingly blue and crystal clear ice. We then took a break during our trek to have some birthday cupcakes. I had a lot of fun trying out my new gear on the ice.
Wow, that's blue ice.
We then began the long drive from Alaska back through the Yukon Territory to the Signpost Forest in Watson Lake, Yukon.
Yeah, ready? 3, 2, 1.
All right, goodbye. Wash all that dirt off from hundreds of kilometers of rough, dirty road. Ready for the second half of our journey to Alberta. That's a big grizzly. We're in Watson City, Yukon, which is along the Alaska Highway, and this is a place called the Sign Forest, or the Signpost Forest, where there's over 100,000 signs that have been hammered up on these posts. Signs from all over the United States, Canada, and the world. And it all started with a GI that was stationed here back in 1942, and he was homesick, and he was from Illinois, and he he erected a pole and put a sign from his hometown in Illinois, and then travelers throughout the years started putting their own hometowns and then all kinds of stickers and signs. So it's a really interesting, unique tourist attraction along the Alaskan Highway here in Watson City, Yukon.
There's all these flippers and stuff. Then you pull on these, you can step on the pedal. And then look, there's this thing, and you push it and push it forward.
Wow.
And you can.
It still moves, it's unbelievable.
That is a lot. I like it.
133 bridges were built, totaling a distance of 7 miles, spanning creeks of 20 feet to rivers of over 2,000 feet.
After a fascinating time at the Signpost Forest, we continued south. Along the way, we stopped to watch some wild bison grazing on the side of the road.
It's neat.
After a long and beautiful drive, we made it to Laird River Hot Springs Provincial Park. We were excited to get in and relax after the many long days of driving on the very bumpy Alaska Highway. It was cool to be swimming in the second largest hot spring in Canada. We then drove south to mile 0 of the Alaska Highway in Dawson Creek, British Columbia, near the British Columbia-Alberta border. When we arrived in Dawson Creek, we had now driven the full length of the Alaska Highway. We did it in reverse to the typical way, which is starting in Dawson Creek. Instead, we ended in Dawson Creek. After completing the Alaska Highway, we crossed into the province of Alberta and drove nearly 6 hours south to Jasper National Park. We then stopped at a KOA campground outside of Hinton, Alberta to get our bikes ready to go mountain biking in Jasper.
Super excited to be here in Alberta, in the Rockies. We're driving down to Jasper. We're in Jasper National Park. We just bought a National Park Pass for Canada, which lasts for 2 years. And so we're gonna hit some awesome parks in the next couple of months.
After a breathtaking drive through Jasper National Park, we stopped for the night and set up camp in the Overflow Parking Campground.
We made it to Jasper. We're in the Overflow parking, but man, this place is amazing. Gorgeous sunset, surrounded by mountains.
tuned for episode 10 of season 1 of the Epic Family Road Trip, where we take you along as we explore beautiful Jasper and Banff National Parks in Alberta, before making the long journey back across Canada to sell our house in Ontario so that we could live on the road full time.